Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpacktrader Trading Room for Tuesday, April the 9th, 2024. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only, not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. All right, that's all for disclosures today. This is the only session we'll be running. I won't run it terribly long today. I've got another appointment coming up today, so I cut it a little bit short. Crude off to a good start this morning. This trade went too far too early, short. So our first trade was the long, 901.55. A little over, almost over 40 seconds on that first bar. So we pick up target 1 and target 2 for 18 and 28 ticks, giving us 46 and a one and done session for the 9 a.m. mini session. Good morning, Claude. Welcome. All right, for those new to the trade room, I'm running 7 different example charts. Starting in the top left, I'm running the Catapult Energies, which is equivalent to Catapult Extreme. I'm sorry, this is Catapult E-minis for the Micro Russell. On NinjaTrader, I'm using Renko. This is a 1.5 point brick or 15 ticks with a 5 tick offset. So 50-cent offset or 1.5, which is a half a point, or 1.5 point brick. I will go through the transformation from TradeStation point definition to how I set up the Renko to match the TradeStation custom Renko bars that Troy is using. I'll do that when we get a little slowed down a little bit. Market is about to open. We have a possible get in sync on the YM. We are in a long trade on unleaded. We picked up a unleaded is on Spotlight. That's a 20 tick 0.002 range bar, or I'm sorry, momentum bar on TradeStation. 20 tick range bar on NinjaTrader. And we are going to be looking for a new trade on soybeans. Market is open. A little too fast to catch that. It would have been a close one. Closed it down, but we just triggered in. And then we stop and reverse to short on the YM. That's going to be 264 is the plotted entry, so that'll go to 262. And that looks like it has triggered in. And taking heat on the short. All right. Micro Russell picking up a short trade that takes a stop and reverse at 90, actually 100.1, which is a full stop out. So we're long there. And from 100.1, we go 14 ticks. So that would be 1015. So our money management, we've got targets 3 and 4, and we are trailing. 1023, which we just stopped out. So that is 1 loss and 1 win. We did stop out of the YM, so that is a small stop and reverse, and then a full stop. We did pick up a second money management. Target 1 traders were already out on this first short. They were power of quitting. Target 2 picked up a second money management small trailer. That is 2 and done on unleaded. So let's see if we can pull up the micro NQ now. Micro NQ, okay, micro NQ stopped out of its early trade. Pound Aussie hasn't had a possible get in sync long, but that just hit its stop. So that trade is off the table. And we have another short on the YM. $273 coming down for an entry, missing the entry by a tick if you weren't already in. And now into the short. All right, so in the short on the YM. And short was just on the micro NQ just a little too early. We wait 4 minutes in this trade plan. Actually, it's possible we've got an entry there. Let's mark that up, and then we'll take a look and see if we get in sync with that one. right, that's where we are. Make it a 4-second chart. There was our entry. There is 934 right there. And unfortunately, we didn't ever get back up to the entry. So that is a no trade. And now we have a long setup. Since we're not in that trade, we will take that as plotted. 372 flat. Still waiting for a new setup on soybeans. And triggering into the micro NQ trade. This is a 12-point or 48-tick brick with a 3-point or 12-tick offset. This is a catapult chart using the custom Renko bars. Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Don. Money management on the micro NQ. Stock to 372 and a quarter. Short trade on the micro Russell at 1029. And that just triggered in. $102.8, excuse me. So we'll need to go to 1014. And we have money management on the Russell. So we have two money management trades going. One on the Russell, one on the micro NQ. Micro Russell, micro NQ. Micro NQ is long, micro Russell is short. And we are short on the YM still. And we did stop out for break even. 1027 for our stop out on the micro Russell. So one loss, one win, one break even. Still in the pre-market short trade on soybeans, so looking for a new setup. All right, micro NQ moving up. Didn't get close to the and target 2. That's a win. Trade number 1 is a win. YM starting to push downward. Looking for money management at 246, target at 243 for 30 ticks. Calculator will, if it stays where, if the Russell stays where it is, calculator is going to track this trade as still in progress. If we close down the intra-bar, calculator doesn't move the stop till it closes the bar, but we typically move to break even intra-bar, so that would have stopped us out. And target one on the YM. All right, 271 for the YM stop now. Still 372 and a quarter for the YMs, or the micro NQ stop. Soybean still in the pre-market short. Nothing to do there. The calculator is tracking the short on micro NQ, but we are out at break even on that trade. YM stop down to 263. Let's see, 37 tick risk, so 74 tick loss on the first trade. 30 tick win on target. So we need 44 ticks on the trailer to get to break even. So we need 39.29. Yeah, 39.229 to get to break even. Got to get below that to get positive, and a long trade set up on soybeans at 75 3/4. and a short trade on the pound Aussie, setting up at 119. And it looks like we did trigger, we just touched the entry on the long on soybeans. So we are long there. 251 for the YM trailer. We need another 22 ticks to get to break even on the session. $243 now, and a transition to short on the short trade at 90 at 372 flat. So we did stop out at 372 and a quarter, and we are now short. And this is a larger trade due to the wick here. $236. The YM stop, so we're getting close to, and we're going to get positive on this because we're at 221 intra-bar on the balance line, so our stop will be down to 223 on the close of this bar, and we will be positive. We'll be guaranteed to be positive. Yes, Claude, micro NQ and the micro Russell are both on catapult. I didn't fix the fan, but I was able to change some settings in my OBS to filter the fan noise out. So that definitely has been helpful. I was looking at that this morning, and I noticed that OBS put out a new update to fix the problem that I had Thursday, that I had to update my drivers so I could run the session Thursday. Didn't get on until about 20 minutes after the market opened. All right, YM down to 201, so definitely going to get positive. Trying to get down to target 2. We are at money management on the short trade on the micro Russell. This is a 48 tick Renko, 12 point on the micro NQ, the 3-point offset, 12 ticks, and it's a 1.5 point brick with a half-point offset for the micro Russell. I will do the translation and I'll show you how to build those in Unirenko in just a few minutes. I think things are starting to slow down a little bit. So I can take time to do that. I'm trailing on YM. We're long on soybeans. We have potential long on the pound Aussie. Done on crude until 10 a.m. Another 9 minutes or so. And we have at least a break-even trade currently in the short on the micro NQ. We actually are flat on the micro Russell. But where you set up your brick size using Unirenko on NinjaTrader, which is what I'm using, you go into your data series. And of course, I'm using the bid Unirenko. As I said, this is a 1.5 point or 15 tick brick with a 0.5 point or 5 tick offset. So tick trend is equal to the offset, and that's strictly in ticks on NinjaTrader. So it's a 5 tick offset, 5 tick trend. That means it's got to go 5 ticks to open a new bar. The open offset is 10 ticks to get, you want a 15 tick brick. So you have to go back 10 ticks from the prior close to get the open offset for the open, to actually get the open on the next bar. So that open offset plus the tick trend gives you your 15 tick brick size. And then to get a reversal out of that, you got to go 10 ticks to your open offset, plus you got to go another 15 ticks in that direction. So it takes 25 ticks to give you a reversal. So 5 tick trend, 10 tick open offset, and 20 tick reversal, or 25 tick reversal, gives you that 15 tick brick with a 5 tick offset. That is equivalent to the TradeStation Custom Renko using the 1.5 point brick with a 0.5 point offset. Now, using that as I'm on this bar for the micro NQ, I'll take a look at that one. There again, go into the data series. Let's see this over here so I'm keeping an eye on the chart. 48 tick or 12 point bar or brick size with a 3 point 12 or 12 3 points times 4 ticks per point. It's quarter point tick market. So that's 12 tick trend offset or tick trend. You need an open offset of 36 ticks to get to your 48 tick bar size. And then you go 36 plus 48 to get to your tick reversal. So does that help you with how to build those bars, Claude? The offset that Troy mentions will be your tick trend. Then you just add that and the open offset to get your full brick size. And it's all in NinjaTrader, you're always working in ticks. You're not having to deal with what's the price change, which you do have to do in TradeStation. You can use the same. I would certainly test them. The 12 tick or the 12 point bar that I'm using in the micro NQ is actually not what we had in the original trade plan. It was a 6 point bar with a 2 point offset. But at the time we started using it as an example, the NQ was moving really rapidly, and 6 points was just too fast, or actually the 2 point offset was too fast. So the 3 point offset is a better speed, and the market slowed down now. So it's possible we could go back to 6 point brick with 2-point offset. But I've just kept showing this as an example. This is not 12 tick bar is not a tested trade plan. So yeah, don't just blindly follow that one. That's just what I'm using for example. Do your own testing. And the YM now down to 151 for the stop. Definitely going to be a positive section. YM soybeans taking heat. We're down at the session low at 72 3/4. But you use the same technique for building a bar on any Renko chart with Unirenko. You know, your tick trend is the same as the offset that Troy talks about for the custom Renko bars in TradeStation. Then you would add the tick trend and the open offset to get your full brick size, which would be the bricks, the tick equivalent of the price change that is used for that particular that market in TradeStation. And then you get the open offset plus the brick size to get to your tick reversal. So that's how you build a custom Renko bars, or build an equivalent to the TradeStation custom Renko bar. And it's almost 10 o'clock, so crude mini session coming up. You have a get in sync at 86.24 here. We're less than 2 minutes from. Yeah, looks like we've got a. Yeah, 13's our money management. And the YM stopping out to get us positive. Does that help, Claude, with how you build the bars in using Unirenko? All right, less than a minute to our 10 a.m. mini session on crude. And we are in our session. All right, YM is done. Soybeans is still in the long. All right, the Micro Russell stopped out of the trade. It was tracking that we weren't in because of the intrabar pullback early on, and still short on the Micro NQ. get in sync short trade, and actually looks like we may have gotten, I believe we did get in sync there. So short on crude. Okay, the crude 8-cent Renko bar, I may have, no, I don't have a Renko bar on there. But on crude, the 8-cent Renko bar would be 8 tick. The brick size is 8 ticks, and your offset is 2 ticks. So tick trend would be 2. Open offset would be 6. 2 and 6 is your 8 tick brick size. And then 6 plus 8 or 14 would be your reversal. That's your tick reversal. So that would be a 2, 6, 14. What I can do is just duplicate this one. All right, we hit money management and target 1, so this is going to be a one and done session. And stopping and reversing, I'd say at 367 and did trigger. I usually try to give it about a 1 with that just 12 tick brick. It's a pretty big brick. I try to give it full point stopper and reverse adjustment rather than just a couple 2 ticks. I go ahead and give it 4. All right, back to crude. So we'll go to the data series. Some changes from range to Unirenko. All right, we want a 2 tick offset. We said we're doing the 8 cent brick with a 2 cent offset. So our open offset is 6 ticks. 2 tick trend plus 6 tick open offset for our 8 tick brick size. And then we go 6 tick open offset plus our brick size of 8 ticks is 14 for a tick reversal. And that's what it looks like. That's the same parameters as our standard 8 tick range bar. You'll obviously want to test what your parameters are for that. And of course, this is Spotlight. This is not Catapult. That's how you would set that brick up. Glad I could help, Claude. All right, next week is probably when we're still very much in the May contract volume. Probably about this time, probably Wednesday or Thursday would be our likely transition to the June contract next week. And we did get a stop out on the break-even stop on crude, so that ends that session. Short trade on the pound Aussie triggered in. And that's the first trade of the morning. We stopped it. We got a stop and reverse on soybeans at 73 and a quarter, 73 and 3/4. Making a 2-tick adjustment down to 1/4. So we need to go to 71 and 3/4 for our 6-tick minimum. I got the wrong. Okay, target 2. So that target 2 is our 6-tick minimum after the stop and reverse. And a new short, ouch, full loss on the long trade and a new short trade just around the 200 EMA at 336. I'd make it 330, 334 and a half, which it did trigger into. All right. Have a good one, Claude. All right, short on the micro NQ, flat on the micro Russell. Done on crude for the 10 a.m. session. Done on the YM. We are short on soybeans and short on the pound Aussie. Did that help you, Steve? Did you understand that, or I can go over that again tomorrow if you like to. That'll be fine. Just go ahead and I may or may not be able to get to it during a regular session, but I can certainly do so in the crude oil inventory report after we get done there. Soybeans taking heat. Trend hybrid mode filtering out that long trade because the trend mode indicator is still down. So no stop and reverse. All right, soybean stops out. We have a new long setup at 77 flat. This is a healthy trade. 14 ticks to target 1, 20 tick risk. This trade is going to take a pretty big account to handle with all 4 positions. It's $1,000 risk. 20 ticks times 4 positions at a single contract each. We're looking at a 20-point risk at $50 a point. So obviously you don't start with all 4 positions unless you've got the bigger account size. I mean, you can start with as little as 1 or 2 positions. Target 1, and I would certainly try to get a trailing position in that strategy because it does, as you can see from that last trade, it will give you some pretty good runners. For the trade that was in there too early, the pre-market trade we didn't get in. All right, looks like we're slowing down, and we're back to long on the micro NQ. All right, folks. Things are slowing down, but I believe I'm going to have to call it to a close today. Good session. Some good questions. I will have to call in the morning to make my next appointment. And I will see everybody tomorrow, 9:30 regular session, 10:30 crude oil inventory report. So everybody have a good afternoon, and we'll see you tomorrow.